forget the moment I first came across an acoustic guitar amplifier. I was 15 years old, and the whole concept to me just seemed kind of strange. Acoustic electric guitars? That was a concept I understood, but why do I have to have an acoustic guitar amplifier? Why can't I just plug into a guitar amplifier? Now that was many years ago, more years than I'm willing to share right now. But that thought still kind of has prevailed throughout them. Some of the best acoustic players that play live when using acoustic electrics just simply go direct, and I've done that myself as well. But then there are some of the standouts of the acoustic guitar playing world. Tommy Emmanuel, Doyle Dykes, they're all using acoustic guitar amplifiers. I still couldn't help but wonder, why does someone need an acoustic guitar amplifier? It has taken a decade and change for me to finally find an adequate way to answer that concept, and it comes in the form of the Loudbox Micro from my new friends at Fishman. Now, Fishman is indeed sponsoring this video, and I am very excited that they have chosen to do so, because I have enjoyed getting to know this tiny little amplifier and exploring the possibilities of what an acoustic guitar amplifier is going to offer you, the more electric-minded guitar player. I'm gonna share with you all the specifications of the Loudbox Micro. We're gonna play it a little bit, and along the way, I'm gonna share with you my observations on why you, as the electric guitar player, should consider adding an acoustic guitar amplifier to your gear arsenal. First and foremost, it is a 2-channel 40-watt acoustic electric guitar amplifier, and it weighs around 10 pounds, which is really light, and you can tell because this is the shoulder I injured several months back, and this doesn't hurt to do. The speaker design is a bi-amplified design. You can essentially think of it much like you would think a set of studio reference monitors with a nice driver and a tweeter. Basically, you can think of the speaker being able to cover the entire frequency range of the acoustic guitar. The amp itself features 2 channels, 1 channel for an acoustic electric guitar and 1 for a microphone. The guitar channel has controls for gain, low, mid, high, and also has a single knob reverb, which is tuned kind of like a hall reverb, sounds awesome, and a 2-setting chorus knob. And then on the microphone channel, you have your mic in, you have a gain control, low and high EQs, and a single knob reverb. Again, tuned much like the hall style reverb on the guitar channel. You have a master volume knob right here, and then we have 2 different switches. First, our power switch, which is pretty self-explanatory, and then you have a phase switch. So just in case you're encountering things like feedback, whether you're using an acoustic electric that doesn't have a feedback buster, or even between the 2 channels, you can just press that phase button and correct any sort of weirdness. The back panel of the Loudbox Micro also has some pretty interesting features as well. Not many, but they're very handy. First and foremost, a DI output, which is something I really like because say you're plugged into this, you're having a good time playing, and you come up with a song idea, well, you can hook this thing right into your DAW and you can record something down, or send to front of house if you choose to take this to a gig. Then we have our headphone output, so if you want to hear the processing of the Loudbox Micro. And then we have an aux input, an 1/8" TRX aux in. So if you want to practice at home along to a click, backing tracks, jam tracks, maybe you're learning on, say, like a True Fire lesson or whatever. The point is you can plug an external device into the Loudbox Micro and be able to play along with it. A really wonderful thing happened when I plugged into the Loudbox Micro for the first time. Now, the Taylor has its own pickup and preamp system, and it's very good, but there's a level of control that I sometimes wish I had more of. Well, having a 3-band EQ and a gain knob on the Loudbox Micro allows me a better ability to gain stage properly, so I'm not clipping the front end of whatever I'm plugging into. And then that control over the mid-range means that if I want to make the sound maybe a little fatter, fuller, not so honky, I can dial out some of those frequencies that an acoustic guitar pickup kind of accentuates that aren't altogether pleasing and sound a bit unnatural acoustically. being able to dial out some of those mid-range frequencies of an acoustic pickup that seem a little weird is a big thing for me, and one of the reasons I've loved playing this at home so much. But the added reverb and chorus effects, they just really flesh out that sound. Of course, we can hear the acoustic guitar in the room, but depending on the room we're playing in, like the room I'm in right now, this is a pretty dead room. Adding in some reverb just lends a sense of space and just makes playing more exciting. And wait till you hear these chorus sounds, man. I've tried chorus on acoustic guitar before, and I absolutely love it, and this is a very good one and very simple to use. Now, of course, you'll probably think there are plenty of other guitar amplifiers, electric guitar amplifiers, I should clarify, that have EQ. They have gain knobs, of course. They have built-in effects. Why can't I just use those? Well, something that really stuck out to me was the level of clarity and cleanliness that an acoustic electric guitar amplifier provides. The thing about electric amplifiers is that the preamps are meant to impart a sound, a tone, or a color, if you will, to our guitar sound. But with acoustic instruments, more often than not, you don't want color. Your instrument is the color. Your instrument is the sound. You just want something that will project it forward and also make it a little better, enhance it. So if you'll permit me a little experiment, let's go ahead and plug in my big baby, going full magnetic pickup with the rare earth pickup, going into the Loudbox micro, just set flat, and then I'll compare that to what it sounds like plugged into a guitar amplifier with a mic'd up speaker cabinet. I think you'll tell pretty quickly that there's something to having an amplifier like this. It's a completely different experience. acoustic guitar amplifier is meant to go with an acoustic guitar. It's designed for those frequencies, that frequency range, and the sounds that one expects with those types of instruments. Now, we've neglected the microphone channel for a little bit because, let's face it, I'm no great singer. But there is something else that you can treat it as, and that's as a channel on like a mixing console. You do have an XLR input, and I have a DI box, and I have the Digitech Trio Plus back there with a nice little loop I've crafted for a folksy kind of acoustic guitar thing. And being able to separate the guitar from the Trio Plus and the drums and bass from the Trio Plus on the two channels, just in one box, this is a pretty cool solo acoustic gig rig that I think might come into play for me in somewhere in the near future. So let's see, we've gone through all this guitar stuff and I think it sounds wonderful with the Loudbox Micro. At the same time, we've also touched on what you could potentially use the microphone channel for as a solo acoustic player that doesn't sing. But I think we need to end this video with something that's really taking full advantage of what the Loudbox Micro can do. So, ladies and gentlemen, a nice little unplugged performance by myself, the lovely wife. This is a song called Fine Line.
I walk in the room, but I don't know which you'll assume. Don't know the trigger, neither do you. At a moment's notice, flick of a switch, the change is so sudden, with barely a glitch. Your appearance doesn't change, except for inside, but I can see the difference. I can see there's a fine line between Jekyll and Hyde. Not only genius, but madness inside. Don't wanna be there when your two worlds collide. 'Cause next thing I know, I'm running for my life. Give you some help, but you insist that you will. I've got no proof, the stories to tell. You don't drink no potions, no pills do you take. You go to bed, Jekyll, but hide you awake. Your appearance doesn't change, except for inside, but I
And there you have it, people. That is the Loudbox Micro acoustic guitar amplifier from Fishman. Now, although I think this is intended to be an at-home use piece of equipment, I do think there is plenty of room for it on a gig. This thing has completely changed my mind on acoustic guitar amplifiers, where once I didn't understand the concept, now I understand it fully. Loud, clean, with simple EQ and tone shaping options that make a world of difference, and built-in effects that just further enhance your at-home acoustic guitar playing experience. To close the video out, I want to say a huge thank you to Fishman for coming to me with the Loudbox Micro and the surprise of the Rare Earth Magnet Mic pickup. I have loved both of them so much. And if you guys want to see a video on that Rare Earth pickup in the future, let me know in the comments section down below. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. If you enjoyed this video or learned something from it, please do me a favor and click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It's a simple thing, but it really does help. You can also give the video a thumbs up and share a link to it with a guitar playing friend of yours. But the best way for me to stay in touch with you and you to see what I'm up to in the guitar world is by signing up for my email club. Every video I make here on this channel, along with blog posts that I write and other content that I may participate in, is sent direct to your email inbox anytime it goes live. I thank you all once again for watching this video, and until we see each other next, I'm Sean Pierce Johnson, wishing you all watching great tone, great health, and of course, happy stomping. Cheers, friends. God bless.